Grab yourself any props that you know you might need, pillows, yoga blocks, anything you're working with. How are you feeling today? Yeah, neck is okay, a bit sore. Legs, still sore. We're gonna do lots of legs today, so hopefully you leave feeling good. All right, we do have one more, but I'm not sure where she is. That is okay. I'm gonna mute you guys. Right, well, look, if she comes in, she comes in. Not too sure. All right, good to go. So today we're going to be working a lot with the thighs, hamstrings, quads, all through the legs. So yeah, if it's too strong, if you need to modify, just do what you have to do. You know your body better than anyone else. So to start with, we're going to be standing. I'm just going to turn my music down a little bit. Coming to the top of the mat and just finding hip width distance. Closing down your eyes once you're there. Finding a nice tall spine. And just noticing how the body is feeling as you're standing nice and tall, how your energy is, if there's any aches or niggles or pains through the body. Without changing your breath, I want you to bring your attention to your breath. Notice how it flows in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe you can locate the breath throughout the body. As you continue to breathe, scan throughout the body, starting at your feet, noticing the 4 points of the foot connecting down onto the mat. Just notice how your shins and your ankles are running all up the calves to the knees. Are you locked into place? See if you can just soften the knees slightly, give the toes a little wiggle. And continuing to scan up through the front of the thighs, wrapping around the back of the thighs, all the way up to the glutes. You might be favoring one side, leaning over towards one side. You might be shifting forwards or maybe shifting back. Try to create just a softness, a very simple stature without having to clench or hold on. Continue scanning from the hips, the pelvis, all around through the glutes. And traveling all up the lower back, lower belly, spiraling around your rib cage. Maybe your breath has changed here. And then travel all the way up the chest, around through the upper back, middle back, coming up to the shoulders. And just notice if you've just wiggled your shoulders or you've just released some tension there. Allow your arms to fall down by your side, nice and easy. And then finishing with your scan up the neck, through the crown of the head. And taking a nice deep inhale through the nose. Empty the breath, open your mouth. We'll sweep the arms up. You can crack the eyes open as you breathe in. And then exhale, begin to dive forwards as you tuck your chin in towards your chest. Gentle bend through the knees. Peeling the spine down super slow. Take a little shake of the shoulders, a nod of the head, yes. Shake of the head, no. Inhale down at the bottom. Exhale, press through the feet, rolling on up. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders all stack. Pull belly in very slightly and then continue to sweep the arms up. Exhale as you come on down. Once you come all the way down, just grab a hold of either elbows. Just allow your head to fall heavy between the biceps. You can take a sway from side to side if that feels appropriate. Releasing through the lower back. Belly is soft on top of your thighs. And just allowing your day or everything that's been going on up until now just to drape and fall out of the crown of the head. Release your arms down towards the floor and then cross your legs over. We'll come into a seated position. So cross-legged is fine. I'm just going to let Jenny in. Bringing your hands towards your knees.
Hi, Clancy. Sorry,
Hi,
I had
Jenny.
trouble getting on. Sorry
That's
to be
okay.
late. Yep.
That's all good. Just jump in. All right, so we're at a cross-legged position. Roll your shoulders back and down. And then we'll take the arms to the sky as you sweep on up. Send your tailbone down and then find rotation through the spine. And then releasing your hand down. Can you grow tall through your spine? As you rotate over towards one shoulder, just notice the front arm that's crossing over. Can you roll that shoulder open? Nice. Take a breath in here as you sweep on up through center. And then exhale, rotate over towards the other side. Take a full breath in, grow tall through the spine. Exhale as you twist a little deeper. Rotate yourself back through center and we'll send our left leg, your right leg if you're at home. Flex your toes towards your face and just notice if you've moved around through your hips. Try and keep nice and still. And from here, flip your palm to the sky and then slide your hand down towards your ankle. Try to get your forearm either onto your shin. If not, you can pop a block or a pillow underneath. And then stretching that arm to the sky. Rotating your chest forwards and up. Now, if your neck is feeling a little strained or if anything's going on, you can bend the elbow and support your head. You can chill out here for a bit. If the neck is okay, you can continue to work that bottom rib cage down as your top rib cage spirals open. See if you can reach up a little wider. From here, simply just turn your head down towards the floor and then begin to reach your top arm down towards the floor. It'll just come to roughly hip height. Lengthen out of your fingertips. Draw your shoulders back and down and then gently bring yourself up. Be very gentle on the head, bring it up last, and then come around for a twist. You can press that leg down or that knee down. And rather than sitting back or folding, tucking underneath, sit forwards over the sit bones. As you breathe in, swivel your rib cage towards this long foot. scoop the belly as you reach long towards the foot. It's not necessarily about touching the toe or the ankle. I want you to just fold as much as you can, feeling that oh so big stretch up the back of the legs. See if you can soften with your breath. Long inhales, slow, deep exhale. As you roll on up, restack the spine, head comes last. Quick swapperoo. Take that other leg back. Set down through the hips. Palm to the sky as you come down. Taking that top arm, reaching up. And just notice here if you're doing one of these ones where you start to reach over and close off. I want you to really open out. As you send your fingertips up to the sky, you'll begin to really feel that deep, all the way down the armpit towards your hip. Soften the shoulders. From here, eye gaze comes down towards the floor, top arm melts down. Lengthen out of your fingertips. Coming on up, head will come last. Take it across the body. Unravel as you take it over, torso towards that long leg. Scoop belly as you fold. Last full breath here. And exhale. Coming on up, cross your legs over and then make your way onto your hands and your knees. So I'm going to turn sideways so you at home can all see me. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Knees are stacked underneath your hips. From here, just to begin to invite your breath as you flow through some rounds of cat-cow. Allow the body just to move here. So whether you linger in one position more than the other, maybe there's a little head circle. Just get as wild as you like. Use your exhale to pull rib cage up. We'll do 2 more breaths here. And exhale. Let's tuck the toes under, come into a downward facing dog. And just pedal through the feet here. Move the legs as you need. There's that lovely massage through the back of the legs here. So we're here in our downward facing dog, and I just want you to check in that you're not locking into your elbows. You're not cranking your neck, so allow your head just to fall down, maybe closing down the eyes. Can you slide your shoulders away from your ears? Gently engaging belly button so that there's a little lift. And that little lift travels up through towards the tailbone. And tailbone starts to lift up to the sky. And then just finding some stillness through the feet. And just know that if the downward facing dog shape is too strong for you tonight, you can just come into a child's pose. Think of it as your home base. You can take rest. Begin to take a couple of small tiptoes so that you come towards the top of the mat. And then we'll make our way into a forward fold. And from here, we'll take a halfway lift. Inhale, slide fingertips up the shins. And then exhale, bend the knees as you fold forwards. And again, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale. One more here. Lift the belly. Exhale, fold, empty out the breath. Roll on up to stand, stacking bone on bone. Continue to sweep the arms up and over. Hands come through heart center as you fold. Hinge. Good. Halfway lift here. Nice big inhale. And then exhale, press the hands into the floor and then step back into a plank. To begin with, our knees will be dropped. And just know that every time we come into our plank, you can always come into your high option. We'll start here for now. Take a full breath in here and then begin to shift yourself forward. And then hug your elbows in as you lower yourself all the way down. One full plank. Inhale as you lift the chest, cobra. And then exhale, child's pose. Knees are wide, toes are together. We're here for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, float up onto your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, hips are high. Again, walking your feet towards your toes, as many steps as you need. Forward fold at the top of the mat. Halfway lift here as you stretch your spine, and then exhale as you fold. Roll on up to stand in one full breath if you can. Hands to heart center as you melt the spine all the way down. We'll do another half lift here. Inhale. And then exhale, step back to your plank. I'm going to keep my knees lowered for today. You can always lift them. Take a full breath here and then let's lower for 3, 4, 2, 1. Untuck the toes, cobra as you breathe in. Exhale, child's pose. 2 breaths. Full breaths into the sides and the back of the body. Long exhales. We'll float up onto the hands and the knees with 1 breath in. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Walking to the top of the mat, tiptoes or maybe a little jump. Halfway lift up at the top. Exhale, fold. Roll on up, 1 breath, 1 movement. Exhale, fold. Half lift here. Step back to plank. Exhale. Hold for 1 breath, and then exhale as you lower. Cobra as you lift, squeeze the glutes. Child's pose as you exhale. We're here for 1 full breath. Exhale, let that go. Coming on up onto your hands and your knees. We'll take right leg to the sky, so just hovering that foot. Flex your toes to begin with, square off your hips. Now, as you lift the leg a little higher, you're gonna find just a small back bend as you open through the chest. Point your toe as you bring your knee in towards your nose. Inhale as you press away, a little flex of the foot. Exhale as you bring it in. So this is our tiger curl. Let's do that again. Inhale, forward. Exhale, knee to nose. Step that foot through And then finding your low lunge. So if you've got blocks or any props at home, you can pop them either to the side. Alternatively, you can just be onto your fingertips. We're here in our low lunge with our hips nice and square. Feel as if your belly is lifting away from your thigh. From here, take your left hand to your right foot. So we've got opposites here, and then open out for our easy twist. So we're opening towards our front knee. Right hip plugs back and down. Lift up through your top fingertips and then begin to circle that arm to the back wall, and then circle it down and then back around. Inhale. Exhale as you take it behind. Let's do one more here. Inhale. Exhale. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Pop that hand down. And then from here, I want you to shift back into your half split. You've got blocks, props, you just move them as you need. Now, as you're here, I know it's quite early on, the legs might not be super duper warm. I want you to feel as if you're hinging and lifting up and over that front leg. Flex your toes. And then see if you can evenly distribute your weight from right to left. Two more breaths here. Walking yourself back, popping your hands back onto the mat, and then slide that leg back. Taking your left side up towards the sky, flex the foot, find a small back bend as you open through the chest. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, full breath in as you open. Exhale. Tiger curl, inhale. Empty out the breath, knee to nose, and then continue stepping that through. Lovely. Sinking those hips forwards for our lunge. Grow tall through the crown of the head, set your shoulders back. And try to press firmly into your front foot so that you can lift belly off the thigh. And from here, now right palm to left foot as we open towards our left knee. Watch that bottom shoulder isn't creeping forwards. If it's okay on the neck, your eye gaze will follow that top hand. Let's circle it behind us and then sweep it forwards as you inhale. Exhale, take it behind. One more here. And exhale, hand to prop. Sink those hips back for our half split. Just notice what you notice as we shift from left to right. Just know that both sides are not going to be exactly the same. Feel as if your sit bones are spreading to the back wall. 2 breaths. Beautiful work. Pop your blocks to your side, to the outer edges of the mat. Pop your hands down, tuck your toe under, find a downward facing dog. If again, downward facing dog doesn't feel right for you, you will just come to a 4-point kneel instead. All right, from here, let's do that again. We'll take right leg to the sky this time. Just sweep it up slightly, nothing too crazy. Bend your knee and then bring it in towards your nose, tiger curl. Send it up to the sky, press it away, inhale. Exhale, tiger curl as you bring it into your nose, and we'll do that one more time. Inhale, send it away. Exhale, empty the breath. See if you can step it through. You might have to jump it through a couple times, and then drop that knee when you're ready. Take a breath in as we open out towards our right knee, easy twist. Let's sweep that arm back, down and around. Inhale as you sweep it forward. Exhale, back and around. Almost like a moving meditation. Watch your hand. One full circle here. And exhale. Square your hips off. If you need your blocks, use them. Come on up into our low lunge. Your hip bones should be facing straight ahead. Lift up out of your hips, out of your ribs. Sweep your arms around as you exhale. Bring your hands to your lower back. Now, can you squeeze your elbows towards one another and then lift the heart space? Pull your belly in towards your spine just to make sure that we aren't dumping down into the lower back. If this is too strong, you're just going to come back upright. Take a full breath here. Exhale, bring your hands down. Shift back into your half split. Flex those toes. Right hip drops. Now, for those who have been doing yoga with me for a while, you want to go a little bit further. With this one, you'll take your opposite arm across towards the right leg. This is to work a little bit deeper here. If it's too strong, you just listen to your body. Take a full, deep inhale. Long exhale. Release the arm, walk yourself back to the top of the mat. Tuck your back toe, lift the back knee, and then downward facing dog. Reset through the hands and the feet. Let's take our left foot, our second side, sweep it up to the sky. Bend your knee, tiger curl, knee to nose, rounding through the upper back. Inhale, take it behind, stretch it away. Exhale, knee to nose. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, round. Exhale here. Step it through. So simple, right? Drop that back knee down. Easy twist, opening towards your left knee. Neck should be nice and light. Take an inhale here and we'll circle it behind. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one here. Good. As you bring it back around, float the arms. Come on up. Maybe pressing your hips forward slightly. Circle the arms back down and around, finding that lovely lift of the chest. Eye gaze might lift slightly as well. Keep hugging the elbows in. Release the arms down and folding back, half split. Taking that opposite arm, reach if that feels right for you. Try to sit your left hip bone down, plug it right back. Walking your hands all the way back to the top of the mat, tuck the toes, lift the knee, and then we'll find our downward facing dog again. Take a full breath in through the nose, and then open the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Float yourself forwards into your plank, modified or not. Lower yourself with control. Squeeze the elbows together. Inhale, cobra. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, child's pose. Resting the forehead down onto the mat. Sliding your hips towards your heels. And on your next inhale, floating all the way up. Coming into your downward facing dog again. We're going to add on this time. So right leg to the sky, sweep it up. Tiger curl just once this time as you bring your knee forwards and through. Can you step it, hop it a couple times so that now we're coming into our high lunge. If you need a prop or a block, place it next to the foot and then find your easy twist. Not so easy now, is it? We'll circle the arm back and behind. One full circle. And then bringing that hand back down, square your hips back down to the mat. Again, lift your belly up off the thigh and then see if you can float on up into crescent lunge. Now, if you feel like you're on a bit of a tightrope, you're going to heel toe your front foot out to the side. Supporting the lower back, I want you to just drop that back knee slightly so that you're not locking into the knee. Grow tall through the fingertips. Pull your belly in. Exhale, float the hands down to the floor. Similar to how we did our half split, this time we're coming into a pyramid lunge or pyramid pose as you are folding up and over. Now your back leg, you can be up onto the tippy toes, or you can begin to sink the heel down. Don't feel as if you need to be as wide as me. If you need to jump that back foot in, that's also fine. As you fold forwards, try to melt the crown of the head down towards the ankle. Take 2 long breaths here. And from here, with your right foot facing forwards, you're all going to take a quarter turn to your left. Now, that means that you'll be able to open out and now be in a wide-legged forward fold. Either hands or fingertips will come down towards the floor. You continue to fold over. Now, try to keep your feet in parallel so that they're not turned out. Press down through the outer edges of the feet and then create almost a small dome through the inner arches. Now come back the way you came from. So swivel yourself back to the top of the mat and then step that leg back, downward facing dog. Reset again through the hands and the legs. Let's take left foot to the sky, sweep it on up as you breathe in. Bend your knee, tiger curl as you send it forwards, a little hold here, and then step it through. Right hand to left foot this time, easy twist as you open. I like to use the blocks. That gives me a little bit more room to play, a bit more height. Let's circle that down and around. Inhale as you take it up. Exhale. Sweep those fingertips to the floor, reset, and then lift your belly up off the thigh, crescent lunge. So almost as if you're wedged between two sheets of glass, pull your ribs in and then just sink your tailbone down, lift up through your fingertips. Release those hands down and then finding your pyramid, stretching the front leg nice and long, bowing over the knee. Good. Stay with the breath. And bending into that knee, walk yourself forwards. Jump your back leg in this time. Forward fold. Get you to take your feet as wide as the mat, maybe even wider. If you've got a couple of pillows at home or even some yoga blocks, I'll get you to stack them underneath your hips. Bend your knees and then coming into your squat. Press your elbows into your knees and your knees into your elbows. Draw your shoulders back and down, pull belly in, and there's a little lift through pelvic floor. Begin to bow the head down, release the arms to the floor. As you fold forwards, you're going to pick your hips up towards the sky and then just heel toe your feet so that they're coming underneath your hips, moving any props out of the way. Stacking the spine as you roll on up. Take it nice and slow. We've been upside down for a while. As you come up, stand tall, either eyes low to the ground or keeping them closed just to allow the spine to do its thing, blood to rush where it needs to rush. Notice if your breathing has changed. Fabulous. Just cracking the eyes open. Roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to come all the way onto our backs. So crossing your legs over and then sitting onto our bottoms. Keep your pillows and your blocks nice and close. Send your feet roughly about 30 centimeters away from your glutes. So they're a little bit further away than usual. Placing your hands down by your side. Let's flip our palms to the sky for this one. Collarbones are broad. Chest is open, neck is light. We're going to begin to scoop our pelvis underneath, engaging through the glutes and the hips as you lift into your bridge. Don't feel as if you need to crank right into it and come up really high. Just come to where feels good. Take a breath in up at the top. And then exhale as you melt the spine. Lower belly is working, activating. Don't concentrate too much on that. I want you to just feel the spine moving up and down. Let's come on up again. Try to get each bone onto the mat as slow as you can. Coming on up, tucking the pelvis. Holding here if you can, and then float your arms up and over. Rest your arms behind you. Take a breath in here, and then exhale as you roll on down. Allow the hands to float back down by your side. I want you to feel as if you're hugging your inner thighs in towards one another, as if there was a pillow there and you were holding it, squeezing it nice and tight. Float those arms as you lift up. Exhale as you float them down. Do 2 more here in your own time, in your own breath. Try to stay with the entire breath without cutting it off. Next time you come on up into your hip bridge, I'll get you to slide your props underneath the hips, roughly around sacrum, tailbone area. If you've got a big pillow and you want to come up into a higher bridge, that's fine, or you could always just back off and use something smaller. So from here, you're in your supported bridge. You can just hang out here, opening through the front of the body. If you want to take it a little more strongly, you can stretch one leg out, maybe 2 legs out. Heels and feet will just come to the floor. And depending on how your neck is feeling and your lower back, you can even reach those arms back up and over. Enjoying that full body stretch. Just making sure that you're not on your neck, but you're on your shoulders. And all you have to do here is breathe. Floating those arms back down by your side if they're not already. Walking your feet in nice and close. Keep your pillow there. If you need, you can always take one out. We're going to send our legs to the sky. We should feel fully supported here. Don't really have to do a lot. Our legs will just float. Finding that sweet spot so that the hips, the legs, everything is fully supported there. It's quite nice just to let the legs drain. You might notice some sensations or some vibrations throughout the feet. Slowly bending your feet, finding the floor, sliding the block out of the way. Just give your knees a hug, bring them nice and close into your chest. Do whatever you have to do. Maybe there's a massage or a little circle through the knees. Maybe you just want to stay in stillness. That's all good. And we'll keep a hold of our right knee and then send our left leg nice and long. squaring off through the hips just to begin with. We'll take right knee across our body, so over towards the left for a twist. You can reach your right arm out, maybe turn your head. Try to keep both shoulders glued down. And then just see if you can feel, it's a very small movement, but your right hip, can you lengthen it away from your right shoulder? Just a very small internal movement. It's more energetic. Feel that lengthening away. Bringing yourself back onto the mat. Reset again through the hips if you've kind of swiveled around, and then take left knee in towards chest, right leg long, taking it over towards the right. Coming on back through center. One last little squeeze. Bring your knees in towards your chest. We'll begin to rock and roll up and down a couple times. And once you come all the way to the top, you can stay as long as you want. Stretch your legs out long. I'm going to find our forward fold now. Feel as if you're moving your fleshy parts away from you. So you're sitting forwards, more of a hinge over the sit bones. Float your arms up and overhead as you lift up, pull belly in. And then exhale, begin to fold. Allow the hands just to fall where they fall. Ankles, toes, socks. Bowing the head. Softening your shoulders so that they can drape across and down the back. Notice as you drop your chin, you might be able to feel that all the way down towards the sacrum. Maybe even coming all the way up the spine. Restack as you sit up nice and tall. Let's do that again. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, fold. Slowly roll on up. Stack your spine. Be nice and tall. Cross your legs over. I'm going to spin around to you. Drop the shoulders back and down. Hopefully you are feeling a couple centimeters taller. Sweep the arms up as you take a full breath in. Exhale as you press away. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me online. Thank you, thank you. I will see you guys shortly. Let me know how you go. Have a good night.